Hi, it's Jim from Whiskey Congress. If you listen to our show, you probably know that Steve and I go back and forth about 10 High whiskey, which is what I'm sipping on right now. And you also should know that we do our show out of Cleveland, which is where we both live. And Cleveland's been in the news lately, the sports news and just the news in general, because the Indians and Major League Baseball have decided to get rid of the Chief Wahoo mascot. And let me be completely honest, I don't care either way. I did not find the mascot offensive, but I also don't care that it's going away. And I understand why people say, it's a. I understand both sides of the argument. I understand the people who say it's a depiction of a huge tooth grinning Indian with a beet red face, and that's offensive. And I understand people who saying it's a cartoon, it's a caricature. What's the harm? Um, and if you break it down, my lack of uh, concern about this, or my lack of empathy to those who feel that this is an affront, um, is pretty much a textbook example of white privilege. Um, and I don't think, again, I don't think this is a big issue. If it, in the grand scheme, it is not a huge matter. But the fact that I don't care and that I don't feel imposed upon or mocked or whatever as a result of this is pretty much an illustration of white privilege because it does not impact me adversely in any way. Now, what's hysterical to me is the number of people I've seen on social media, some of whom I've engaged with, and most of whom I've ignored, uh, who are so bent out of shape about this that it's actually become comical to me. I see people who are saying, "I'm never going to a game again. I'm boycotting. I'm whatever. Go boycotting for a year," and that's your right. I am a huge proponent of voting with your dollar. If you believe that the decision by Major League Baseball and the Cleveland Indians to remove a mascot that offends some people and you don't get it and you want to stop going to games, be my guest. Do your thing. You do you, as I like to say. Um, Having said that, the ridiculous overreaction to it being taken away actually kind of makes me glad they did it just because it's exposing so many people for how easily offended they are. So these are the people who will say, this world's getting too PC. We need to stop this. There's really nothing politically correct about this. It is an emblem that can be taken badly. But the removal of it hurts no one at all, ever, anywhere. And the number of people who are melting down about this, again, has actually moved me to the point where I'm glad it happened. Because the people who are saying, oh, the world's too PC, oh, look at the snowflakes, you are being snowflakes. You are being the utter definition of snowflakes. Um, so if Progressive Field is no longer a safe space for you, I'm terribly sorry to hear that. But I'm actually glad this happened now. I find it very amusing just because of the reaction of those who feel that they have been wronged because an emblem that they think shouldn't bother anybody, even though it absolutely does not affect them, just like it does not affect me, um, is going away. You'll have to watch the game without that image. If you can't handle that, I'm sure the Cleveland Indians can live without you, and I know that I can too. I just find you really, really funny in the process. So anyway, again, Jim from Whiskey Congress. Check us out on social media at Whiskey Congress on all social media platforms. If you disagree with me, agree with me, whatever, and you want to interact with me on Twitter, it's at Whiskey Congress, or you can email me, Jim at whiskeycongress.com. Look forward to hearing your opinions, I think. Okay. Good night.